Good day, my friends. This is Avalon, or I am Avalon, and I want to thank you for joining me for this live YouTube. This is our second live stream, and boy, oh boy, this is an exciting adventure for us to begin, and to begin with you. So, here is our outdoor studio of today, and these studios will have different backgrounds, all for the fun of you. You can hear so similar to our usual walk and talks of the birds. I am fond of having the birds singing in the background while I do the walk and talks with you because it adds a soothing background, soothing aura around you, something just happy to be around in nature, especially if you don't always have the time to get out into nature or go for a walk with the walk and talks in nature. So, we're bringing a little bit of that to you today. In today's episode, I want to talk about a lot of people are going through those things right now. And it's not a fun place to be. We want to try to find something happier, and it's not always possible. I'm sorry, I'm looking, there's a little bee that keeps flying around my camera. So you might see that little bee pop in if you're watching. But back to the others. We can't ignore, they say it, the elephant in the room about what's been going on and the depression, deep depression, and anxiety that people have been experiencing for now over 2 years and are going through currently in trying to figure out what is going on. What is going on with life? What is going on with others? What's going on in our daily world? And what is beyond our control? It is a very, very difficult situation when you have been so secure in your life every day, day in, day out, and you have your patterns and you know what they are, and suddenly it's been taken away from you. Suddenly, the store that you went to, you couldn't go to anymore, and now that store is gone. Those relationships with those people that you used to see and smile with when you would go shopping is gone. You don't even know where those people are anymore. And you wonder. And unfortunately, one of the things the mind does is it goes scenarios. But those scenarios aren't always the case. So you want to start thinking of happier scenarios. We want to find something happier for ourselves and for those people and having the best wishes. Some people stop seeing their family in the last 2 years for honestly no good reason. There is no thing that can replace the love you have for a family member. And you should always find a way to embrace that. FaceTime, of course, is a great way to substitute when you can't be around somebody. But there is nothing quite like the human hug. Hugging someone, the actual physical touch of another human being, is like no other. There are studies that show when you hug someone, how your heart rate, your blood pressure will all come down and you find relaxation. Children need to be touched, need to be held, need to be hugged when they're tiny infants as well as when they're growing up and going through changes. Teenagers, as much as they seem to not want the affection, it's important to hug and love and communicate with people. You need to reach out to others. We need to see each other's faces. If you cannot see my face, you have no idea if I'm angry at you, if I'm smiling at you, if I'm sticking my tongue out at you. It's important to be able to communicate, and that is some of our basic human communication skills. When we don't speak the same language, when you're a child to an adult to a child, this is a very important piece. That's why we can look at someone and tell, are they depressed? You'll see certain things in their eyes, in their jaws. This gets very tight. You will see the scowl right here when someone is not doing well. Reach out. Even when you're the one who's feeling depressed and anxious, even when you're the one who is uncertain of how you're feeling, reach out. There are times when, yes, we can go into our bedrooms, pull up the covers and say, I don't want today to start. I don't want today. And we all deserve a moment for ourselves so that we can work through what's going on in our heads and relax. Relax. Drop those shoulders back. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. But you need to reach out to changes chemicals within us. And again, my mentoring is about emotional mentoring, not mental health mentoring. That's a different thing. But you can change your emotional health and get happier versus being stuck in a mental health place. That you'll need to seek help from. There are chemical things going on in our bodies that we need to change. And yes, some of those things are happening when our emotions are not the best. So it's finding that happy place even when you're feeling depressed, because depression can hang on to you. We all have lost a lot of things in these last couple of years, and it's time to start crawling back out. I know it's scary because we don't know what's going to happen. We've had things happen to us that we never thought would happen in this lifetime. They were for 70 years ago after the war. Well, this was a different kind of war. The worlds were changing rapidly, and no one seemed to know what exactly is going on. Because we're just the little people inside this big world that are being ruled. So we have to learn in our little worlds how to manage and take care of our emotions. Now, in that, there are little things you can do to get happier Think of your childhood self. Think of your 9-year-old self. Who are you at 9? Do you like to draw? Do you like to go out and play? Do you like to talk to friends? Do you like to read? Find the things that you like to do as a child. Maybe you're a Lego builder. Maybe you're a painter. Maybe you want to write. There are things that you can do every day to release and bring back that happy energy. Staying in the depression is hard because one of the things you need to do is find the root of it. You don't always know the root of what's going on. You don't always know the root of the frustration, the anger, the depression itself. And depression is the opposite of anxiety. Depression is down here in the deepness and the sadness, and the anxiety is up here in the you feel every nerve ending. You are anxious by everything. I'm going to see somebody. I don't know how to act. I have to get out in the world. I don't know what to do. I have this meeting and I'm afraid of how I look. I have this and it's all these questions, all these things that you're asking yourself to the unknown and you're getting anxious about it. It is the opposite emotion. And sometimes you can go from that depression into high anxiety, or you can go from that high anxiety, and when you turn all of those tingling sensations off at the end of your nerves, you fall down into this. It is a hard thing as well to get through anxiety. Slowing down, breathing, again, taking time, doing things that you like, going for a walk, not feeling guilty for going for a walk, not feeling guilty about taking some time for yourself. You may have an elderly person that you're taking care of. You may have a child you're taking care of. Have somebody come for 10 minutes and say, "Can you do this for me?" So that you're not feeling the guilt of, "I've left them alone." You're not feeling the guilt of, "What if something happens?" Take 10 minutes for yourself to breathe. Go listen to the birds sing. Go listen to whatever's out there. You never know. But find even music that's soothing for you, that's happy soothing, that you can go in and enjoy your time in yourself. You need to find time for yourself that's outside of other time. If you have a friend or a family member or someone in your life that you can talk to, that's non-judgmental, that is not giving you opinions, who's not giving you directions, who's not giving you advice, who can listen to you for a moment, just so you can talk. Find that. Find that person. Find that confidant. That's important. That way you can get through some of these motions and go forward. Just like if you're working on a project and you're stuck. You're creatively stuck. You're logically stuck through a problem. When you talk it out with someone, sometimes, even talking out loud to yourself helps. Sometimes talking to someone, they might ask you a question. Again, it sounds simple, and it is simple, but it's just having somebody that you can trust out there and being able to work through those things, because again, you are not alone. You are not the only person who in the last couple of years hasn't seen a family member, who has lost a family member of natural causes. You are not the only one who has lost their business, who has lost money, who has lost time in the last 2 years. A lot of people have lost things. It's time to stake your claim and get them back. It's going to be a journey, but you're on a new journey, getting ready to move forward, being mindful in the moment that today's a new day. It's not yesterday. Stop being scared. Take one step today that you didn't take yesterday. Try something. Go somewhere. If you're able to, get out of the town, the city, the place that you're in, and go somewhere else. See different people. And if it makes you uncomfortable, then go someplace else. That's one of the beautiful things about nature. When you get into nature, you can escape a little bit. If you have a friend that you can say, hey, let's go for a walk, invite them. Tell them, hey, I'm feeling a little down. I don't really want to talk about it. I'm not ready. But would you would like some company? And that's a good start to reaching out. And go with somebody who's comfortable and secure and who's not going to be worried about germing themselves up, who's not going to be covering themselves up in front of you. Somebody who you can see who's smiling back at you. Because that is a very important part to your happiness. That's a very important part to communication. Reading that smile, seeing those tears, seeing those cheeks pop up like this, and reading a face that says, come on, friend. And don't pick somebody who's drama. And don't pick somebody who's going to talk. Just ask somebody who is going to enjoy. They could even have their earphones in, their earpods in, and go with you and listen to their music. Just being around somebody else. You're not alone. You're not alone in being depressed. You're not alone in being anxious. There are others who are going through those emotions. And don't be afraid to talk about those emotions. When you are ready, you will get through this. You will get through these emotions and balance yourself out. We all go through them at different points for different things, for different reasons. And my friend, you too can work through these things. If you're anxious, slow it down. Breathe. Take time for yourself. Just go forward. It's having faith. When you're walking across that bridge, that each step you take forward, there's going to be another step. Even if you had your eyes closed, you can walk across that bridge and get to the other side. It's there. And if you're down here, do things. Get out, interact, find some happy things. Find the happy music to put on. Even if it's going back to your way back days and listening to something silly. Do things you enjoy. Move out of your comfort zone and discover something. There are ways to find happiness on those two extremes for you. If there's something you've been waiting to do, like learn about birds and bird watching, do it. See, the bird agrees. So, my friend, this is a little bit more about the mindfulness and the mindfulness that I'm offering in your mentoring for you and with you. These first few videos will be available to you, and then we will be turning them into subscriptions. But I want you to know who I am so that you can be comfortable in talking to me and learning about the mentoring and the mentorship that I offer. Whether you need somebody to guide you through how to be more mindful, you can listen to the podcasts. Those will continue to be free, our walk and talks. Or if you need time, when you want some one-on-one where we can FaceTime together, we can have a deal. If you have a group meeting or a group of friends that you would like to walk and talk with, we can do that as well. We can do them and broadcast them, or we can do them privately. There are lots of options, and it's about all of us together finding a little happier, a little healthier place. Emotional well-being, emotional happiness. Learning to have the tools to be able to deal with things and be able to deal with what's been going on and where you want to head with those emotions, and getting to be more stronger, confident, and comfortable within your own skin, within your own emotions, within your own life. So, my friend, I want to thank you for joining me today on this live video broadcast today here on YouTube, and I look forward to a long, happy relationship with you. Have a great, amazing, fabulous day. Put a smile on your face and know